Welcome back, everybody. This is Urdizzle, shifting back to daily challenge. I've been doing a few different videos. I did a round in real life, and then I've been doing the all kill series where I play all the courses. So this is daily tournament from July 22nd, so just ended a few hours ago as of this recording. So hole one, starting off on Kaho Backwoods. It's one of those where I'm probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes in, just playing around, seeing what the holes are. I am not grinding aces on these. You could probably do it. It's just, in my opinion, it's not worth it. Mostly, well, I guess there's two main reasons. One, so actually back up for a second. I threw an accurate glide sapphire on hole one, and then that's an accurate sticky sapphire forehand. Two reasons. One, these holes are just kind of annoying to grind for an ace. And the second is this course is not really built on the first three, meaning your trouble is going to come from the middle three, so there's no point in grinding, knowing that you've got holes 4, 5, and 6 coming up. It's just not worth it. All right, the one par 4, excuse me, par 4. I was going to say it'd be one par 4 because they do have the par 5 and a couple other ones on here. But anyway, there's a hole 9 on Kaho Backwoods. That's once they added the water skip discs, that turned into a pretty easy hole. And now we shift to Ikigai Enso, and there's no other way to say these holes just suck. I mean, I like them, they're good holes, but if you're trying to grind for a really, really good round, this hole especially, that is my water skip glide DD1. It's kind of a slightly understable driver, but I was able to kind of thread through there. That's just a tough hole. I'm sorry. If anybody's got a route that they can consistently get eagle on, I'd love to see it, because I can make it through like I did with that, but there's no way I'm doing it consistently. Now, this one, on the other hand, you can get a little more consistently, but this right to left wind to 3 is really, really tricky. Most of the time that I was getting the correct angle, I was having this happen, and it just wasn't skipping far enough down there. So I was getting good shots, but they were all in this 100 to 120 range. I did make it, a couple times I did make it this far. I did throw it down, got my eagle there. I did throw it down and get it near the water, but not consistently. It was, most of the time it was up around 100 feet. All right, this one, a little bit easier. Again, very tricky. A lot of these holes on Ikigai Enso are just, they're kind of tricky. I don't know, I don't want to overuse that word, but it's just, you kind of have to get a little bit of luck. Like here, that was a pretty decent shot, but it very easily could have gone a little bit more left, hit the wall, and gone out of bounds. So it's a little more challenging. And yes, you can play, oh, almost missed that one. You can play it a little lower and under that tree, but then you may be going wide right and not giving yourself a deuce. So made it out of there, and right at this point, I think the hot round is 13 under, and I'm in great shape. Now this hole right here, that was not a good shot. Left myself 62 feet. So for me in the wind, I prefer putting anything from 64 feet in. And so to me, this is not really that difficult a shot, but I end up doing this. Yep. So it wasn't off center, it was just not quite high enough, and it missed left. So I went ahead and went eagle, 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 and got everything I needed. And then what should have been an easy birdie ended up parring. So now I'm one stroke behind. And at this point, I think my best round again was 11 under. So I haven't played it a ton here. I'm just kind of playing for birdie on these. So this one threw a little bit shorter than I wanted. I don't want that leaking out to the right, but again, that's not, as long as you're not in the bushes, which I almost was, I should be okay. So right now, if I just birdie out, I'll have the 12 under. Won't be able to tie the record, but yeah, that is really, really, really frustrating to get 4 eagles in a row and then just butcher. And then this is an easy one, just butcher that really easy shot, which I probably should have just thrown it in, but it is what it is. Kind of sucks, but we've got a different kind of round coming up here. So there's the 12 under, and I don't really see anybody getting a 14 under, and we're going to find out nobody did, but this is where things get a little interesting. So I'm going to give you kind of a bonus round 2. So that round was last night. This one, I decided to pop back in a couple hours before the end of the tournament. And this is what we end up getting. So hole 1, I'll kind of repeat it because it's most the same disc, but hole 1, accurate glide sapphire, basically this used to be, and that was not a good shot. I didn't want to clip that tree. This used to be a little more narrow, and for some reason they widened it. And I never understood why they did, because it was a pretty narrow gap, and making it wider, the fairway is a little easier to hit. I kind of liked it when it was narrow, made things a little more challenging. So similar to what I said before, I'm not trying to grind these, because the par fours in the middle, holes 4, 5, and 6. I mean, you could ace this and completely screw up multiple holes on 4 through 6. So I'm just playing for the birdies and then trying to grind it and make sure I get the eagles out of the middle section. And I don't know what people throw on this. I see a lot of people throw, or at least in their bag, they've got water skip fairway drivers. I don't know what people normally throw on this, but this forehand DD1, again, it's a glide water skip. It's just, I don't want to say I didn't miss, but I probably threw this hole 20 times and didn't miss it one time. Every single time I made it across. I take it back, I missed it once, but it wasn't in the water. It was when I got pinned in the bushes. All right, so this is the make or break hole. I tried this course a few times, at least 10 or 15 times, and most of the time I messed up on this hole. So this one I actually messed up. It went left of that tree and somehow hit there and kicked out. That was very fortunate. So it's gonna leave me a slightly more difficult shot. This is my accurate wind fuse, and I'm just gonna power it through, because if I miss, I miss. But there is no way in hell I was gonna leave that short. It's a little bit more difficult than I was hoping, but we're on pace. So I really, basically to get the 13 under, I'm gonna need to eagle the next two. Again, 4 in a row is how you're gonna do it. So I throw a pretty good shot here, and when it hits, skips down a little bit. And that worked out pretty well. Here's the problem, I'm right behind that tree, and I'm not far enough down, and it's a headwind of 3. So pretty comfortable that I can make this, and thought I threw a pretty good shot. Unfortunately, so at this point, I've already shot the 12 under, but I'm like, let's roll with it, see where the round takes me. So this is my glide skip DD. It's just a bomber, and right about here, I thought I hit the tree, and I was about ready to reset, and it just snuck under, gave me a skip up. And again, this is no gimme shot, but this is one most people will make. At least most people at the higher level will make this shot. And I almost missed it, I'm kidding. So that was my fuse. And at this point in time, again, I'm really considering just quitting, but I'm like, why don't we see where this goes? I thought about ace running this, but I'm like, there's no way. I mean, 409, it's just not gonna happen. So I decided to try, kind of experiment a little bit, because this is the hole that got me last time, and I left myself right and missed the putt. Here I used my strive, my glide sticky, and left myself a little further than I wanted. So I think if I play this round again, I'll probably use maybe a light glide drive, something to go a little further. So here I bust out my glide skip drive, just try something out and throw the forehand, and we get this. That I had not tried that on any other run. I hadn't tried to find the line. I picked a spot with a 3 wind that I thought would work, and sometimes you get a little lucky. So now all I have to do is not screw up this last hole, and I was able to execute. So there we go, little unconventional. I would venture a guess to say that of all the people that shot 13 under, which I think there was 29, 30 of them, we'll see here in a second, that most of them either grinded for a hole 1 ace or ace those holes 3, 4, 5, and 6, just got eagles on all those. I almost bet nobody did what I just did right there, missing the middle one and then acing hole 8. So there we go, 13 under. Hope you enjoyed the commentary again, bonus round, level up. I ended up going with the far right one there. A lot of these discs I don't really use. I'm never going to use, but I always try to get accurate fairways and skip drivers and all that good stuff. So here we go. See the list, quite a few 13 unders. So I will take it. Little lucky getting that ace on hole number 8, but we'll take it. Yep, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. I've got the next all kill video, number 3, coming up pretty soon. I've got it all recorded. I just gotta upload it and make sure everything's good to go. All right, well, I'll see you guys next video. Hope you enjoyed.